Hi, and welcome to the overview of Workable. In this video tutorial, we're going to show you just how quick and easy it is to set up a Workable account to start streamlining your recruitment process. Now, Workable is online recruiting software that helps organizations be able to create and post open positions, be able to create a backend repository that collects candidate applications so that you can easily manage, track, sort, search, and communicate with those candidates, as well as being able to collaborate with other internal team members. We also provide you some reporting capabilities to let you see how your recruitment process is working for you. Now, it all starts with the Workable free trial. You can simply come to our site, workable.com, click on this Try It for Free button, enter some contact details, and within a matter of a few keystrokes, you'll have created a fully functional version of Workable that you can start customizing to meet your recruitment needs. When you log in initially, you'll see this dashboard, and here's where you can start customizing your Workable account. Workable allows you to add unlimited users to an account, so you can add as many colleagues and coworkers to the system as you'd like. From the account menu at the top of the page, you can select the account members option to be able to add additional users to the system. Simply click this invite a new member link, enter colleague's email address, and they will receive an invite where they can set up their login credentials to be able to access the system. This is also where you can set permission levels for users. You can designate users as admins, which gives them entire access to the system, or you can add them as non-admins, which means that you'll assign them to specific positions only. And then you can also further control their access in terms of designating them to be a hiring manager or member. The difference between the two, members will not be able to view confidential messages about candidates in the system. Workable also allows you to be able to invite external recruiters into the system so that they can supply you with candidates. We'll talk a little bit more about this process when we talk about creating positions in Workable. We also give you the ability to integrate your existing company or career page with Workable as well. Again, from the account menu, we can come to this integrations option and choose the embed your jobs in your company website option. Here you can copy a snippet of HTML code from your Workable account and paste it onto any existing page on your own site, such that when you create positions in your Workable account, those jobs will automatically be updated and posted on your own company career page. To give you an example, this is one of our clients. This is their own career page. They've embedded the Workable jobs here on this page. Candidates can come in, click on a particular position, view the job description, and then ultimately apply for the job. Now we'll talk about customizing Workable application forms, but this gives you a general idea about what the application form looks like from a candidate's perspective. They can apply via LinkedIn. They can enter their contact information. They can include education and experience. They can upload a cover letter and resume. You can add screening questions to an application form in a variety of different formats. And then once a candidate submits the application, we'll then collect it in the back end of the system so that you can view it and move them through the recruiting process. So once you've embedded Workable into your existing site, then the next step in the process is to create positions. Now, again, from the dashboard, this gives you a general overview of what your recruitment process looks like in real time. It'll list your current positions on here. You'll be able to customize your recruitment stage process and be able to move candidates through your own specific pipeline. And you'll be able to see how many qualified candidates exist in each one of these individual stages. The dashboard is also where you can create new positions. So we allow all users the ability to create positions in Workable. However, admins can only publish those positions. So if you have a job requisition approval process in place, you want to make sure that the person or persons responsible for approving jobs are designated as admins in the system. But from there, simply click the Create a New Position button to open up the New Position page. Here you can enter your job title, an optional department or requisition number. You can select your location, and then you can paste your job description into this job brief section. I'm going to show you what a position that's already been filled out looks like so you have an idea of what that looks like. So once you paste your job description in, if you want to include additional information about requirements or benefits, you can put those in these optional windows, and those will appear on your job description page as well. Next step in the process is to customize your application form. And on this page, we have a number of different sections with a number of different fields in each section. And some of these fields can be mandatory, optional, or you can turn them off completely. You'll see a preview over here on the right-hand side. So when you remove certain items, that will be reflected on the preview. So your application form, you have the ability to select the kind of information you want to receive from a candidate. So if you want them to include information about education and experience, you can do that. You can also ask them to upload a copy of their resume and cover letter if you want, but you can also turn some of these areas off too if you so choose. We do also give you the ability to ask screening questions in a variety of different formats. So you can ask free text questions, and these require a type response. These can also be used to add additional fields to your application form to collect information. You can also ask multiple choice questions and select the different choices. You can also ask yes/no questions, and yes/no questions can serve as pre-screening qualifiers. So if there's a must-have requirement, you can make this a yes/no question, and you can automatically disqualify candidates that answer no to this question simply by clicking this box here. Now, once you've customized your application form, you can save this template for future positions and then be able to add additional screening questions or other fields as needed for other positions that you create. Once you've created your application form, then the next step in the process is to select your advertising for a particular position. Now we work with a number of free job boards to give your position automatic free exposure. You can choose to designate what particular free job boards you want to post out to. You can remove this completely, or you can have some fine grained control if you wanted to remove a particular job board from syndication. You simply toggle it to the off position. We do also partner with a number of paid job board options that you can choose to purchase directly through your Workable account. And you'll see these listed here. Workable also gives you the ability to connect your application form to other external job boards as well. At the top of the page, we have the share button. And this provides a couple of different ways to be able to connect your job to other external job boards. The job short link option can be used if you want to connect your application form to other external job boards. Simply copy this link, and then when you go to an external job board and create your position, in the field where it asks how you want to direct applicants to apply, you simply paste that URL into that field. So when an applicant clicks the apply button from that job board, they'll be taken directly to your Workable application form to apply. The job mailbox option is an actual email address that candidates can forward a copy of their resume and cover letter into. And we will add them into the particular position based on this email mailbox. Now, there is a difference between these two options, and the job short link goes to your application form, whereas the job mailbox option just allows candidates the ability to email a copy of their resume and cover letter, thereby bypassing your application form and any screening questions you might have included. Lastly, we do give each user the ability to post and share their jobs out on their social media accounts on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Lastly, you can assemble your recruitment team for a particular position. So if you want to invite external recruiters into a particular position, you simply select them from a pull-down menu. They will receive an email invite with the job description and also instructions on how they can submit candidates into the system. We will mark candidates that come from external recruiters in the system so you have a reference of that in the tool. External recruiters will only be able to view candidates that they've uploaded into the system, but you also have the ability to further control the communication and visibility for those external recruiters for those particular candidates that they've uploaded into the system. Lastly, you can assemble your internal recruitment team. So admins will automatically be defaulted to show up on this page. From there, you can select non-admins from this pull-down menu, add them as collaborators, and again, designate whether or not you want them to be a member or hiring manager. Again, the difference between the two, members cannot view confidential messaging. So now you're ready to post this position. You simply click on the publish position at the top right-hand corner. This will syndicate your job out to the job board you indicated on the advertising section. And we do give each individual user the ability to receive either an instant, a daily, or weekly notification when they have new applicants that have applied for a particular position they've been assigned to. That'll just prompt users to log in to their Workable account. Again, from their dashboard, they'll be able to see the particular positions they've been assigned to and be able to see where candidates are in the recruitment stage process. Simply click on a particular stage to be able to view candidates in that particular stage. On the left-hand side, you'll be able to get a list of those candidates. We break down candidates between qualified and disqualified. Disqualified candidates will be added there if they answered no to a must-have screening question on the application form, or you can also manually disqualify them by clicking this Disqualify Candidate button at the top of the candidate toolbar. You'll still be able to view disqualified candidates and also be able to reconsider them if you so choose. The candidate profile itself will include the candidate's name at the top of the page. Below that will be the candidate timeline, and this is a chronological listing of every activity that occurred for a particular candidate since they were added to the system. So the first initial entry will be how they were added. If they applied for the position, it'll show that here. We'll also look to see if they've submitted previous applications and include links to those previous applications if we can find them. In addition to allowing candidates the ability to apply for jobs, you can also add candidates in other ways. If we click this Add Candidates button at the top of the page, a variety of different ways that we can look at adding additional candidates into the system. If you have a stack of resumes that you'd like to add to the system, you can simply click this Upload It link. That'll bring up a drag and drop window. Here's where you can drag and drop resumes into this field. Our system goes about parsing those resumes. We'll look at the email address associated with resumes and try to find any relevant social media profile links to include as part of their profile. And once they've been added, they'll now be candidates for the particular position you've uploaded them into. If you're doing proactive searching on LinkedIn and you find a user profile that would be a good fit for a particular position, you can copy that link and then paste it into this LinkedIn profile field, and that'll add that LinkedIn profile as a candidate into a particular position. Lastly, you can create candidates on the fly. So you can enter as much detail as you have about a particular candidate, their name, their contact information, maybe a particular comment. And once you click this Create Candidate button, that will create a candidate for the particular position that you're adding them into. So once candidates are in the system, there's a variety of different things you can do to manage the process. You can edit candidate information, and this allows you to keep your candidate database up to date. So you can make a name change, you can update or add additional contact information. You can also add or replace an existing resume, again, to be able to keep your candidate database up to date. You can also copy candidates into other positions, and this will create a fresh candidate profile with a new timeline in the new position you're copying them into, and you can also select the particular stage you want to move them into as well. You can manually disqualify candidates, as we mentioned before. You can add comments about particular candidates. You can add attachments to these comments. So if there's particular information you want to share with other team members, maybe interview notes, maybe an assessment test, you can add that as an attachment to your comment, and that comment will appear on the candidate timeline. Now you also have the ability to control the visibility on comments. So if we click this visible link, that'll bring up the recruitment team for this particular position. And if you wanted to make a particular message confidential, you simply unclick the members, and that means that those particular users will not be able to view that particular comment. You can also choose to email candidates directly through the tool. If we click the email icon here, it gives you the ability to type your message to a particular candidate. You can include attachments to these messages just like you can with comments. You can also control the visibility on particular messages. So if you wanted to make them confidential, you can do that. If you wanted to notify other team members of a particular message, you have the ability to do that as well, simply by clicking this notify link. That'll send a copy of the message to those internal members' email inbox. They'll be able to view it from there. They'll also be able to respond directly from their email inbox and have a copy of that correspondence show back up here in the candidate timeline. We also give you the ability to create email templates in the tool, and these templates include placeholders. So that gives you the ability to be able to send out bulk emails to multiple candidates at the same time and have them be personalized for each individual candidate. Lastly, you can schedule interviews directly through the tool here, and you can select the type of interview you want to create, whether that's a phone interview, a face-to-face meeting, or a general meeting. You can add other team members to a particular meeting simply by selecting them from the pull-down menu here. Once this gets created, it does get sent out as a calendar invite to all attendees, and they can open and save that invite in their online calendar of choice. Lastly, you can move candidates into other recruitment stages that you customize in the tool, and we'll include a record of that in the candidate timeline. At the top of the page, there's a few other tabs that you can utilize in your tool to help streamline your process. The Agenda tab serves as your internal Workable calendar. So all events that get created in Workable will show up here on the Agenda tab. You can filter by the type of meeting it is, or also if you just wanted to look at maybe only the events that you've been invited to, you can filter by yourself or any other user and be able to see upcoming events that you've been invited to. When candidates receive a confirmation of a particular meeting, if it's a face-to-face meeting, we do give you the ability to include your location. And so on the confirmation itself, there'll be a map of your location, and candidates can enter their own location to be able to get driving directions to your office. Clicking on the Candidates tab will bring up your candidate database. So these are all past and present applications that reside in your account. You have the ability to filter by a particular position or a particular recruitment stage, a consideration level, or application date. You can also search by keyword or keywords. And we will return responses based on how well they met all the filter criteria, how well they met all the keywords in your keyword query, but also where those keywords reside. So if it's in a job title or summary, that's going to have a greater weight than if that word was buried in a comment or somewhere in the middle of their resume or profile. And we will rank candidates by how well they met all these criteria. And you have the ability to then again click on a particular profile. If you wanted to copy them into another position, you can do that. If you want to send them out an email letting them know about an upcoming position that they might be a good fit for, you can do that as well. So this is a great way to be able to mine existing database information to help you find candidates that would be a good fit for future positions. Workable also has some reports in the tool that can help you monitor your recruitment process. The candidate flow report is a day-to-day breakdown of candidates that apply for a particular position, and then how many of those candidates pass that first initial screen stage. The candidate source report gives you a detailed breakdown of where you're getting candidates coming from. So we'll break down your external sources, let you see how many views each one of those sources generated, also how many candidates applied from that particular source, and then ultimately how many passed that first initial screen stage. So it's not only showing you where candidates are coming from, but where you're tending to get your highest quality candidates. We also have an activity report in Workable that allows you to monitor your activities that have occurred in your Workable account. You can filter by, if you wanted to look at just published jobs, you can do that. You can look at a particular recruitment stage or a particular activity level. You can filter by position, and you can also filter by user. So this gives you the ability to monitor your recruitment activity for particular positions, but also with regards to particular recruiter activity, so you can identify any hangups in your recruiting process. So lastly, I'm going to touch on Workable plans and pricing. So after the 15-day trial is up, and it looks like Workable would be a good fit, you do have the ability to subscribe to Workable. And our plans revolve around the number of active jobs that you're utilizing at any given time. So pricing with us starts at $19 a month, and then it goes upwards from there depending on how many active jobs you're utilizing at any given time. With our monthly subscription plans, this gives you the ability to either upgrade or downgrade your account to meet your active job needs at any point. We will prorate any differences that you make during the particular month you're making changes. With Workable, there are no contracts or agreements. There are no setup fees. You have the ability to cancel your account at any time. Regardless of plan size, we do allow for unlimited users on an account. We also allow for unlimited data on an account, so you can have as many candidate profiles in your system as you'd like. We also do offer an annual plan option that allows you to select and prepay for a particular plan size a year in advance. We give you 2 months of free service by going with an annual plan option. So in other words, the light plan, $49 a month. The annual plan price for that would be $490 for the year. So again, I want to thank you for taking time out today to learn a little bit more about Workable. If you have any additional questions, you're certainly welcome to contact us at any time. You can email us at support@workable.com, or you can call us in the US by dialing 503-608-7610, and we'll be happy to answer any additional questions you may have. Again, thanks for your time, and we hope to hear from you again real soon. Take care.